Hi there, I'm Evangeline right here at eTrailer. Today we're taking a look at how the Saris Edge Bike Rack fits on the 2020 Subaru Outback. I think this is a really good pairing. This works really well with this vehicle. We have some really good clearance things and a really good weight capacity as well. Now you do need a hitch receiver on your Subaru, so if you don't have one yet, you can find a custom fit 2-inch hitch so that you can carry this rack right here at eTrailer. Now we're going to focus on some features here like tilt away as well as hatch clearance. So we're going to start with a tilt away. You pull on that lever, bring this rack down to the ground. Now on my own SUV, this rack hits the ground, but on our Subaru, we have just enough space where we're still clear underneath, and it helps you have this handle so you don't accidentally smash your fingers. Now, opening up our hatch, you can see here full motion, plenty of space, plenty of clearance. If you're the type of person that likes to switch out the shoes before or after your ride, you could do so without having to take your bikes off. Now once the hatch is back into place, you just lift on that handle again, up into position, and it secures and you're ready to drive. This rack can carry 2 bikes of up to 80 pounds each, which is pretty impressive. Good weight capacity even for the heftier bikes. And the reason it can do that is because of how it secures the bike. So you have your rear wheel mount over here. Press that lever, remove that strap. This wheel mount is more of a chock than it is a cradle. So that's kind of cool. Then coming up to the front, hold on to your bike with one hand, press this button with the other. You have a spring-loaded hook. We're going to bring this down and just let that secure down here. Now, this rack, some people like to use ramps for their heavy electric bikes. In our case here, we don't need it. We can just ramp our bike down just like that because of the tray design. Now, looking in at our front wheel hook design, you can see how pretty that looks. Really sleek, really shiny. You're able to carry bikes of different shapes and sizes with different wheel widths. In the middle, you can see that there are locks there, and that's going to be for securing both of your bikes. The good thing is you don't have to use a separate lock. Everything works together, and that lock matches the lock for your hitch receiver too. Now let's talk about how much space this takes up behind your Subaru. If you measured from your bumper to the end of your bike rack, this sits at 30.5 inches. Pretty normal for a 2-bike rack. When you talk about ground clearance, first we'll measure over by the hitch receiver. And that to the ground, that bottom inside edge, is 11.5 inches. Compare that to the end of the bike rack. And this sits at 15.5, and your bike is going to sit at 17.5. What that means is, even though our hitch is on the lower end to the ground, the bike rack sits a little bit higher up, so you're going to have better chances when you go up steep inclines, like those steep driveways or those potholes, things like that. Now this does fold up to be more compact. So you pull that lever and lift up, and you actually have 2 options here. You can have it in this tilted away position, or you can have this all the way up against your vehicle. Now, when you're driving around, this is usually how you'll have it, since this will be a lot more compact. But if you needed to put away, let's say, groceries and things, we're going to make sure our strap is all nice and neat. You can see that there is clearance for the hatch. While it looks like it comes close, there's about 2 inches of space there between our handle and our hatch. We're able to put things away, all without having to take off the bike rack or even lower it down into the drive position. So that's a cool little feature that we noticed here on our Outback. For other vehicles behind you, this is what they're going to see. You will have full visibility through your rear window. Other drivers will see your taillights, so those are visible as well. There is that license plate that is covered, and your backup camera sits right over here, so that's not going to be as visible. Now the backup camera on the Subaru has a pretty wide angle, but you're going to have pretty limited view, so just something to keep in mind. Do rely on your mirrors when you're driving around to see if there's anyone behind you. With all that being said, I like this rack. I think it looks really good. It is very durable, really good weight capacity, really good versatility for different types of bikes. If you are looking for a bike rack that looks good and works well, this is going to be a great choice for you. What you just saw today was a look at our Saris Edge Bike Rack on the 2020 Subaru Outback.